Hey yo, the ministry's in the house. It's me, the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
Then the tech, the wrestling fan that don't watch wrestling.
Acknowledge your tribal chief, your reigning, defending, undisputed MLW champ, otherwise known as the ultimate Vanessa Simsy. What's up?
Another Jim. Big Tone as always in the zone. Ready to
Okay, guys, we're in the zone. Okay, guys, look, the news has been going well, so thank you to everyone who's been tuning and commenting. We've passed our first 1,000 views video. You guys are still commenting to this day. It's absolutely amazing. So, you know what? We're bringing back the news. So here we are. The topics we'll be talking about today. Well, let's kick it off with this one. CM Punk, is he coming back to AEW? Before we have anything, I'm just going to put it as a vote of hands because I want to see how I'm going to divide this one up. Those who are excited at the idea of CM Punk coming back, raise your hand.
Okay.
For the benefit of pod, it looked like just one man. Those who are against.
Yeah, I'm joking.
And I will go as indifferent because I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. Let's get into a bit of discussion mode while we do this one. Then hit me with the negatives on this one, bro.
Right. Y'all got my feelings on Punk. The last match he had, I went off on one about him. And then after that, he ate his muffins and drank his water. My thing with it is, he feels like I feel like he's an entitled prick. I was happy when he came back. I was one of the people like, don't idiots that cheer for someone that weren't there. That I missed him. I wanted him back. He was there when I was watching it. Then he came back and a good product became his product. And I got annoyed at it. And I got annoyed at him. And I want him to go. You know, you want something so bad, and when you get it, you're like, ugh, I didn't actually want that. I just wanted it because I couldn't have it. So he's gonna come back. The good part about it, he will make money for the company, but I don't care about him. And he's slow and old, and he can't do a buckshot lariat. I can't do it, but he should stop. He should stop trying. So yeah. Actually, I do want him back so he can get his ass kicked, get injured, and go away again. I want him to be Shane McMahon. I want him to come out, run the ropes once, and then go lay down and get the fuck out of wrestling. Bye, Punk. Bye, Phil.
Mr. Punk, just if you do wish to block anyone, it's at Den the Tech, not at Ministry of Wrestling.
Den the Tech on all social media. Hi, Punk. I mean, sorry, not Punk. You are a punk, but hi, Phil Brooks. I actually liked you in UFC. I respected you for trying to be a UFC fighter. Stop trying to be a wrestler. You're not a wrestler. Go draw comics.
Wow. Big Tone.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, man, I have a lot more sunshine and rainbows than that one. I've been saying this for like months, isn't it? Like, yes, we know what happened with the Young Bucks. Yes, we know what happened with Kenny Omega. Yes, we know what happened with Hangman. Yes, we know what happened with what's his friend's name? Ace Steel,
the one that bit someone.
The biter.
The only.
You know what CM Punk did, yeah. But for me, look, wrestling isn't a place where it's all sunshine and rainbows. Yeah, no one was ever accused of being a really genuinely nice stand-up guy backstage. I just want them to put all their little petty gripes away, and because that's what it is. It's pettiness, man. Let's just work together. Let's put on the best show possible, innit? Like, you're on the precipice of doing something major. Yeah, all egos need to go on the shelves and get the job done because you all should have the same mission statement. Yeah, CM Punk, you need to leave a legacy for yourself better than what has been portrayed so far, innit? Because again, if what people remember, like what Dan saying, the botches in matches, and then you going on to have a rant and rave in it, yeah, it was epic, by the way. But maybe for the wrong reasons, yeah. But for you to have, you don't want that to be your lasting memory in wrestling, you know. And from the elite side, come on, you guys are the EVPs of the business, man. Now you've got to do business. It doesn't matter if you like the guy. You can't always be like, oh, I don't want to like work with this person. I don't want to work with my friends. No, man. Like Batista and what do you call it? Booker T had their little fight. Go back out and had a whole program. You need to do the same thing because there's a lot more money you can make than they made. Yeah. That match, whether you're gonna do the trios match, where it's FTR and Punk versus the Elite, or is you just gonna do a tag team match between FTR and the Elite, well, the Young Bucks for the belt, and then have a one-on-one with CM Punk, Kenny Omega. Either way, these are money matches, and you can put in a lot of realness to it. You can have an element of just shooting, yeah, if you want, yeah, on each other when promos, and like this can be a real hot commodity. And I just want everyone to just give people what they want, man. Yeah, let's put everything to the side and let's just do business because man, it's gonna be fire if they actually get this done.
Right, Leon, before I go to you, I saw Dan put his hand up, so I'm just going to let him take a bit. Oh?
No. Let everyone go through.
No, my bad. Leon, your views.
Yeah, I'm kind of like on the fence with this one. So like I kind of agree with what Big Tone was saying. However, I'm also thinking like how much of this is still a work? Is it a work? But then after what Big Tone said, if there was like, things that were going on backstage, then I get it as well. Like, like when you go to college and then you get like certain people that hang out in their groups and like, you get a group that don't talk to you or, maybe there's like an area where people don't speak and CM Punk decided to speak up where people haven't or been afraid to. I do question what goes on backstage, obviously what we don't see on camera. And at the same time, I also question mental health as well. So if there is a problem with him, then he needs to go and get the help that he needs and don't come back until he sees that through. Jeff Hardy is a perfect example of that situation. However, as Big Tone says, he can contribute a lot to the business. And if he can make amends, look, let's be real. He's not the first and he won't be the last wrestler that's fucked up by whatever means. But they've made amends and they've had a second chance, like, you know what I mean? Or it doesn't go that way and they've, parted ways and cut their losses where, it doesn't go any further than that. So for me, it's like either one or the other. If they don't want him to continue, see, no one is bigger than a company. So at the end of the day, if the majority of wrestlers don't agree that they want to wrestle with him or work with him, you kind of got to think of the business because if people leave the company in spite of one person being there, that can affect the company and its ratings and its bookings and so forth. There's so many other wrestlers there that can still give you those 5-star matches and still contribute a lot to the business where we would be satisfied. We don't really need CM Punk in AEW for that kind of blessing, if you will. Like there's other Billy Gunn's doing that for us. Do you know what I mean? And he's doing so little, but you look at the love and look at the attention and look at the look that's a fine example as to someone putting young talent over, contributing to the business, putting it over, making sure that the matches are A-star or 5-star or at least 4 if you're talking about the tag team division in some places. But at the same time, yeah, if everyone's willing to kind of give him another chance, if he can apologize, no one ain't too big for the company. So, if he has to suck it up and apologize to Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks or vice versa, if that's what he wants, then yeah, as Big Tone just says, I can't really put it any better than that. Like, just cut the pettiness, cut the bullshit, just get back to business, man. Give us what we want to see.
So there were good points, like through and through, on each side. And
I wasn't good points. I was whole hating. You making
no, but it's factual. Like there's one thing I've always said, and I always believe at one point or another, whoever's had beef with Vince or at WWE always end up back there. And I don't think CM Punk is outside of that realm. I think he was one that I expected to see. Now that Vince is back in, I think there's more chance he would have done business with Hunter. I don't know. But here's the thing. CM Punk came in, and I always say it, he came in as the ultimate Mr. Anti-WWE. And that's what made him the top draw for AEW. He has also given them their first $1 million gate. Like, this is who he is. So is CM Punk good for AEW? Hell yeah. Did CM Punk come out with a speech that had everyone captivated? I'm here to work with younger talent. Was that exciting to see? Hell yeah. But then it became what it was. It became, I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm working with kids. That was his closing speech. That's what he's left on. Now, is it a work? I don't think it's a work, because there was a part of me that thought it was a work at first. Like, I knew MJF was a work before. Like, most people are like, oh, like, Tony let him rip. That was a work. I knew it through and through. What confirms that this wasn't is Kenny will show you the bite marks. Ace Steel has been released. Like, we're talking about addressing CM Punk's mental health. We need to address fucking Ace Steel's fucking mental health, because he went for it. He done less biting than CM Punk's dog, for fuck's sake. Like, what the hell was going on there? I don't know. Like, that's the part that's there. And that's where I'm like, I heard what Triple H said, and some of it I thought was very much a cover-up when he was on the Broken Skull and they talked about who CM Punk was as an individual. I heard the pod. I was Team CM Punk. But I always thought, like, you can get past this. And I see CM Punk as a guy who very much stands on his laurels. And that's where I'm like, he's not going to come back because of principle. However, with such big shows like All In coming in and the opportunities that are there, it would be great, because nothing would be better than what I believed was the end game for CM Punk being champ, was Mr. Anti-WWE versus Mr. Anti-WWE in the face of Kenny Omega. Like, that's the clash that everyone wants to see. It's the old guard versus the new guard. That is a passing of the torch. But a lot has gone on in there. Like, this guy is not just, like, beefed with the company. You've beefed the elite. You had beef with Hangman and the guys. Like, and then you had proper fisticuffs. Can you go past it? Most people, I'd say, yeah, you probably can. Phil Brooks, CM Punk, whichever way you want to call him, never has struck to me as that guy. And that's where I'm like, him coming back, I think it's not going to have a lot of people at ease. And that's the thing. Would it be money if he came back? Yeah. Is it best for business? I don't personally know. Then you had your hand up. I'll let you take it back.
Right. Going for the Punk best of business part. It is for money. Going to something none of y'all watch. So this is how I relate. As you can hear my opening thing of, I'm a wrestling fan that don't watch wrestling. I am a fan of the product, but I read about it. I do all the dirt sheet stuff, but watching the product, it's time consuming. But I watch a lot of UFC. Coming to that, Punk is like Conor McGregor. Conor coming back into the UFC to have a fight would be blow the doors. It would be big. But Conor is not liked by a lot of people, but he would draw numbers. People are there to see him lose. Punk coming back, you're going to have fans of Punk that want to see Punk come up against the elite.
Guys, sorry, 1 second.
Elite.
It did then break up to just me, or was it everywhere?
Yeah, it was everyone.
No, I saw that too.
Yeah, sorry,
bro,
Dan, you just say that again.
I
Your
saw my
signal went a
little
bit funny there.
Right, sorry. Going with this one again. Punk. Everyone wants to see Punk either come back and beat the elite, the team that in some people's eyes, they bully their way around in the back, or they want to see the elite beat up Punk that think he's the shit. They want to show, people say 5-star match. Sorry, no, it's 7-star match from Omega. Omega, every match, house show, everywhere. He is the elite. Sorry, Team Elite, but he is the main one. Business weren't doing that great. Punk was there to help it up. Punk left. Omega came back, and Omega has been smashing it. It'd be great for them to be there, to have a final blow off and treat this like make it into a storyline and have a blow off on it. I would love that. At the same time, You can go without it. You can go without it. AEW don't need Punk. Punk needs AEW.
I have a thought.
Go for it.
Now, to be honest, to a point, I actually agree with a lot of what you said. And it's like what Leon said, no one is bigger than the locker room. If one person goes, there'll always be someone to take their place. But I don't think we can deny, realistically, CM Punk was the biggest star to ever walk through the doors of AEW. Yeah. And like Kenny Omega, in the wrestling fan sphere, yeah, on like the true legit hardcores, he is on the same level. Yeah. In the eyes of a casual, they don't even know who he is. Yeah. So again, a lot of people in WWE sphere, CM Punk was their guy. Yeah. So if you want eyes on your product, yeah, you're saying that we're bringing that CM Punk in the main event of this 90,000, capacity of people. That's a good shout, really. And it doesn't matter like really who he's against, but you're putting it against Kenny, who you're pushing as your guy. This is the guy. This is our Rock. This is our Cena. This is the guy. Yeah. That can only help all parties. I know it's gonna be hard and it'd be awkward and everything, but come on, guys, man, you're all grown adults. There's money to be made. If you don't have to like each other, think of the money.
Go back to what I was saying. Punk said to Cena, as you said, Cena. Punk said to Cena, "You're no longer the Red Sox. You're the New York Yankees." That's what he is. He is the Yankees. He's not the voice of the voiceless. He's the one holding young people down.
I wouldn't say holding them down personally.
It's my spot, bitch. That's Punk.
That I would agree with. I would agree with he is protective of his spot and everything. But then, if we got to actually remember his run up until he started fucking with the Elite. CM Punk was fine.
Was injured.
No, he wasn't. I'm on about when he was still first back and he was on Rampage every week having good matches. Yeah,
having good speeches.
When he started messing with Hangman, that thing started to go downhill. Now I'm not saying who's to blame or what backstage.
Not Hangman.
That's where it started from.
But it's not him. He said bad words in the promo about me. I'm so hurt.
That's where it started from. It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not, but that's where it started from. And all I have to say is that they need to get past all of that shit and make their money.
Stop saying they. He.
No, they.
No, listen. The Elite will work with anyone, even a dickhead Punk. Dickhead Punk. He's a burning bridge. Burn the bridge and salt the earth around him. That's the type of guy he is. If he's your friend, he's your best friend.
You just gotta get past it.
All right, cool. Let me stop talking so that everyone else can get a chance.
So here's the thing. Yes, the Elite probably would work with anyone, but they've refused to sign a WWE contract. It's a fact. Let's put it out there. The same goes. It was out there. Everyone was hoping.
I'm right. I wouldn't sign a contract with that stupid company.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm such a hater. God, sorry.
Obscene amounts of money was put out there, and thanks to Cody, they can make more money elsewhere. As well as them, the Elite have done very well to show that you can make money outside of WWE, and I respect the hell out of all of them for it. But it's also the same for Punk. We could say that Punk, he will come in and say he's willing to work with anyone, but he draws those lines time and time again. And this is where the split comes. Is it good for business? Guys, I say to you right now, comment below. We'd like to hear, is CM Punk good for AEW business? Is he good for the wrestling business? While we do that, we're also going to transition into our next segment, which is the fact that because it seems like CM Punk will be coming back in, there's talk that AEW will be having a new brand because they don't believe this man can get on with the Elite. Apparently, AEW Collision is meant to be built just purely on the fact that he's coming back, but people are still butting heads and it can't happen. Now, that just shows that two people are being difficult as far as I'm concerned. Two sides are being difficult if we're going to go that far.
There you go.
Yeah.
But here's a question. Is AEW Collision, or whatever the show may be, a good idea? I want to hear from someone who thinks it's a good idea before I go into what I believe it's not.